You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, lootdummies.com. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following a group of friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into the mystical world of Antiriath and follow as our party adventures across the lands. Talik Grug, half-orc fighter-sorcerer from the wretched valleys of Mekzim, played by Taylor. A Learlock Bloodhair, Harengon cleric whose fate seems determined by luck itself, played by Joey. Pomerel the Gatekeeper, Summer Eladrin paladin from the Feywild city of Solaria, played by Seth. And Bodyknock Greenleaf, the halfling rogue with a penchant for taking things that don't belong to him, played by Josh. And last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. And welcome back, everyone, to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, the podcast.
Listen to an AI country song this morning.
I listened to one
afternoon.
too.
Oh my gosh.
Which one was it?
It was the fighting one.
That's the one I watched.
Oh
no
my god.
fucking way.
Y'all found the same AI country song. That's unreal.
He starts out saying like, I like beer and I like...
Man.
Wait a second. Was it the one about sneaking into his ex-girlfriend's house and jerking off next to her bed?
What the fuck?
I meant to send it to y'all, but it was like 7:30. I was like, oh, that's too early to send them this.
What? I'm always up at 7:30.
Well, 6:30, y'all's time.
Oh,
I'm up.
early.
I figured y'all were, but I was
I'd
like...
be starting my day. I'd be watching it while I drank coffee. It might be a weird
That's
way to
kind of
start
what
the
I was
day.
thinking. It's
Set
too
a weird
much.
tone for the day.
Exactly.
Oh,
All right, let's play some
God
D&D.
help us. You want to play some D&D? Well, then get yourself in the Tailspurry.
I'd like to play some D&D, if you don't mind.
You don't have to get in the Tailspurry, but it kind of sets, there's chatter and conversation happening.
Shout out Tailspire, even though you've never
Shout out
done anything
Tailspire.
for us.
We love you,
You don't love
Tailspire.
us.
It's a one-way relationship.
It's unrequited love.
Yeah, that. I'm already halfway through my first beer.
Me too.
That's my secret cap. I've already had half a beer.
That's right.
Getting loose and limber.
Dude, I don't know what was going on in the last session, but there are a fuckload of words really close together. Oh, this is the wrong campaign. Right book.
We got so many games going on.
It was the third book down.
Third book. It's been a long time since we played.
To all of our listeners, if you want to hear the notes in his other notebook, come join our Patreon.
That's right. That's right. One of our.
Plug.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's been a little minute, so I think it's time for a recap.
Wow, that was a good one.
So on the 19th of Ross at 2 p.m., the party finds themselves in what appeared to be a cleanup fight against some dust mammoths and orcs, but it has turned into a little bit of a dustgasm choke fest. As Bodyknock and Jeffrey are completely dusted, everyone but Pomerel and Sunbeam are engaged with the orcs and the final mammoth. A new scrum pile is created over near one of the little crushed cabin areas where there's some victims inside. As Bodyknock and Jeffrey disengage from danger and clean their eyes and nose and ears out, the orcs basically kind of split up and essentially have engaged everyone 1v1. It's 1v1 fight at that point, and the orcs start dropping like tuskless wankers. The remaining orcs are compelled to attack Learlock by their captain, but Talik starts wailing on the mammoth, taking it down with one mighty final blow. At that point, we do clean up the rest of the orcs, and we meet Cleebus, who says he is fleeing his home And then we meet a lady named Rixie, who Pomerel was unable to save the love of her life. He was cleaved in half, and Pomerel very graciously, ceremoniously, and with much respect helps her bury said lover. The victors write the history books. The city has been ransacked by rampant destruction. There's really hard to piece together what buildings were what, as the townsfolk are putting together a caravan to flee over to Osagiski. In the same afternoon, Body Knock is seen deftly slipping in amongst the rubble and looting the homes that are about, as the party decides to leave them behind for time's sake. It is acknowledged, Body Knock makes Talik acknowledge the fact that they'll all likely die if we're attacked from the rear, and we will continue on the road to the border city in the wall, named Ferrani. So we take a long rest and find ourselves the morning of the 20th of Frost on a sunny 65-degree day. We travel all through the 20th, and then on the 21st, around 1 p.m., we arrive at this multi-miled wall that blocks this expansive valley between these two mountains and houses the city of Ferrani. As we arrive, we find hundreds of people that are queued to enter the wall. We can tell that the wall is mostly just a pass-through, trying to allow refugees into Osagiski. Pomerel then convinces one of the guards to lead us through the throngs of people, and through much negotiation, we are able to get into the walls without waiting in the queue. We are then led to a table where we check in with the guard, who checks our papers. The guard is then replaced by an old man who, once he sees our Confluence Guild writ, he says that he knows Tormund Greybeard, who's the Confluence Master. His name is Flynn Parchman, and he says that he will process us through, but we cannot come into the city. We have to go straight through the wall. It is clear that everyone is fleeing into Osagiski. And that is where we ended at around 1 p.m., 2 p.m. on the 21st of Frost.
That's what I've got. Okay. Yeah, so that's where you guys are at. Y'all are currently on the east side, the Osagiski side of this, border town of Ferrani. It's immediately going to be a situation where I turn it over to you guys. What do y'all want to do?
Well, the line was going to be the death of me.
Wow. Osagiski. We made it. Not sure that we were ever going to make it. Good shit in there, Pomerel.
Trained in the royal courts to deal with such situations.
All right. Well, where to? I guess we think he's probably south of here based on the animal tracks we saw a while back. Zayas, that is. Aren't we headed
I
there?
had the map of Viltuna pulled up.
Yeah, and that map, would include Osagiski, and so I've actually updated that. If you check out the Harpy to name some of the nearby towns and label those on the map, so you kind of understand what your options are. So yeah, if you're looking, it's about a 3 hex, so on horseback, day and a half trip to the closest town. Seems to be a river town called Kawatano, and then another day from there to what seems to be a town at a crossroads called Kosatin. And if you head west from there, you've got Baransu and Feralia. And if you head south, you go down to Wasareru and Funapato. That's all within kind of the top third of Osagiski. The only other one that I have labeled on here for you guys is the capital city of Shinpi Lao.
So I did not notate, and I do not remember if we asked anyone in our passing through the wall if they had ever heard of legends or theories or ideas of where there might be a temple in the mountains. So would we know where the nearest town was? Just would somebody in the party be aware of where the nearest town was?
I'm going to assume that y'all have a map that's about as accurate as the map that we have in Harpy. When we were in Mekzim and the wilds of the Aclarian Mountains, the maps can't be quite as trustworthy. So that's why I had that more paper hand-drawn one. This map is pretty accurate. This is all well-surveyed land.
So Pomerel's looking at the map, and he's just going to be like, I suppose we should set off to Kawatano and see if anybody knows where this temple is.
That makes sense.
I'm looking over your shoulder. Makes sense to me. We got through customs with our horses.
Got through customs with the horses.
And dogs, excuse me.
Yeah, you might have got some weird looks for your, mutated animals. But you got through.
Sunbeam's beautiful.
I guess Sunbeam might look a little mutated in comparison to a normal horse, too.
Yeah.
Definitely would not look normal.
Can you tell how far of a ride it is?
Oh, it'll ought to take us 2 or 3 days.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay. So you guys set off on your trek, and we'll say you kind of make it into the next hex by the 21st, and then that evening you'll have to take a break. So then the next day, you'll continue on the day of the 22nd, and about halfway through the day, around lunchtime, you've been passing caravanners that are moving slower than you here or there, and about halfway through the next day, you come upon a group that seems to be stopped. You notice that they're not just stopped, but they are all gathering and seem to be interacting with one of the other caravan groups. From a distance, you notice that one of the caravans seems to be handing out a bunch of stuff, wearing this emerald green armor of a design that is not familiar to all of you who are from the western side of this continent. However, y'all make me a history check.
Okay.
9.
6.
Oh, 2.
My gosh, guys.
Body save us. Oh, yeah, he saved us.
16.
Body knock. The well-traveled. You recognize that this armor...
It's the well endowed. I know that's confusing.
Oh, my apologies. I always get those two mixed up, you know? You notice that these guys are wearing an emerald green set of armor that is representative of the lordship of this country.
Asajiski or?
Of Asajiski, yes. And those wearing the green armor seem to be handing out supplies to the rest of these refugees, essentially, is what they are.
They're definitely government, so I think we should kill them.
Kill him?
Is that right?
Let's just steer clear. You don't like the government?
Never cared for it.
Yeah.
Such a surprising take.
I'll go riding up towards everything. Can I see what they're giving out exactly?
Yeah. They seem to be handing out large sacks of some sort of grain, you presume, as well as jugs of water. And they're also handing out blankets, standard essentials. They also seem to be handing out some smaller bottles with some writing on it in a script that you don't recognize.
Pomerel, these guys look like you. Royals.
Oh, they are something.
They all seem to be animal folk. The one in the front kind of talking to people and handing things out seems to be some sort of wolf person. There's another one who is very busily moving around that she appears to be a kinku. And then there's one rather large fellow that is a frog person.
Oh.
Looks like we've stumbled upon a furry convention, fellas.
I'm going to go up to one of the soldiers. Hello? What are y'all doing?
The wolf person will turn to you and give a little bow and say, welcome to Asajiski. My name is Chao Ya. We are honored to have you here as our guests. Do you need provisions?
Oh, no. I think we're okay, but you guys are just giving this stuff out?
Yes, we were ordered to travel to our neighbors to the west and provide aid. Our understanding is that there's quite a lot happening there, and before we even made it across our own borders, we've found that aid is needed here. Once we help these folks, we will continue on into Romsverdi and make our way to the capital there, provide what support we can.
Where did y'all come from? What city?
From Shinpu Lan. We're on direct orders from Emperor Faichu Longzhu.
Okay. All right. Spell that.
Oh, man. I'll drop it in the Dissy.
I would have fucked that up. That's 2 words, everybody. 2.
Fai Chu Ling Shu.
You said it different. Now you've broke me.
Well, that's my fault. I even have a pronunciation guide in my little
Where are they
thing.
from?
From the capital, Shinpu Lan.
Let's spell that.
Yeah, that's on the map though.
Long ways from here. Well, it's nice that y'all are helping all these people. You have a limit? Are you gonna stop letting people in at some point, or how's that work?
The bounty is great here in Osajiski. Shouldn't be too much trouble to accept a few refugees. It's a large land. And I presume most of these people are just looking for shelter from the storm, as it were. But many of them will undoubtedly want to travel back home once things have calmed down.
Storm, you say? What storm do you speak of?
To be honest, we're not entirely sure what's going on. We've heard tale of beasts and creatures destroying cities, attacking civilians. It's all quite strange, so...
Morel kind of looks over at the mud that's kind of dripping underneath revenge. He's like, yes. Strange indeed. We know some things of this storm you speak of. With that in mind, have any of you fine warriors ever heard of the Temple of Yusin?
Temple of Yusin, you say? It doesn't ring a bell to me. He turns around, he says, Zhen Qi. The frogman turns and walks over to you guys. Yeah, boss. You ever heard of the Temple of Yusin? No, can't say that I have. He says, oh, hi folks. Name's Jian Qi.
Oh, pleasure. Let me ask you this. Is there somewhere where we could speak to maybe some historians or holy men or clerics that have studied the old temples of your land?
Well, how old are we talking?
Ancient, I would say. Older than even my people, potentially.
If it's ancient history you're looking for, I do know someone, as a matter of fact. Man named Chon Gong. An old turtle folk that lives in Feralia. He's been around just about as long as anyone here. If you're chasing ghosts in ancient history, I'd start with him.
Feralia. How far is Feralia?
Oh, it's a few days south of here. Tucked up in the mountainsides. It can actually be a bit of a rough trip up the mountains. But you all look like stout folk. I don't think you'll have too much trouble.
Yeah, we're used to that.
You said the fellow's name was Tom Jong.
Chon Gong.
Chon.
Chongong.
Ah, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Now, I warn you, he can be a bit eccentric, and it's been a couple of decades since I was last there, so he was very old at the time. No promises that he's still around. If you don't find him, your next best bet would be to travel all the way down to the capital, but that's a much longer trip. It's a couple weeks.
I don't know that we've got that long.
What's the hurry? What's this all about anyways?
Oh, just trying to save the world from this storm, as you call it.
We're on a spiritual awakening journey, actually. It's, the temple search and all that.
Right.
We'll likely call upon you and your entire army to help us.
Oh, I see. He kind of waves the Kinku lady over, and he motions to the frogman next to him. He's like, "Can you all help with these people?" And he kind of steps around the side of his handout station. He's like, wipes his hands off, and he says, "Oh, I'd love to have a chat with you guys, understand what it is that we're walking into. Are y'all coming from Rumsverdi?"
Yeah, we've been everywhere west of here.
We've been everywhere, man.
And you faced the tribulations that sent these folks here?
We slew them.
You could say that.
Oh, I see. And you believe that the heart of this storm, as it were, has entered Osajiski?
We have reason to believe the headquarters of this whole event are in the mountains here in Osajiski at an old temple that worshipped Yusin.
Interesting. We will certainly send this information back to the capital. Our mission is clear for what we should do, but that doesn't stop us from sending back this new news.
Yeah, please do. And like Pomerel said, you might want to get an army ready from the sound of it.
Understood. I have to be honest. I've thought for a while that it seems if our neighbors are having this much trouble, it will eventually reach us. It's why I volunteered to lead this expedition into Romsverdi. I have to admit, it's partially that I'm very curious to know what's going on and find out more, so I appreciate you sharing.
If I may be frank, Romsverdi will give you no answers except to allow you the vision of a large swath of land that's been carved out by a massive horde that has crossed over your glorious mountain range here to our west. And we believe the temple is in these mountains.
Yeah, it should be south of here, based on what we've seen.
Well, in that case, it sounds like Feralia is your best location anyways. You'll be headed right into the mountains.
What was your name again?
Oh, my name is Chu-Ya.
Chu-Ya. Talik. I give him a predator handshake.
Oh, he's got a mean one. He includes his claws, so it really, has some grip to it.
We met one of you guys a long time ago. Jako.
Oh, is that so? In Romsverdi?
No. All the way over in Bilyatok.
Bilyatok. Near the southern edge of the continent.
Months away by horseback.
Wow. Well, he must be on quite the pilgrimage his own self. Perhaps seeking spiritual enlightenment, and he gives a glance to Ilirlock.
That's right. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Have y'all had any mutated animals or strange creatures like this? And I point back at Revenge with his mud dripping and Jeffrey with his acid drool.
Acid cloud.
This is the kind of thing that we're dealing with, but much scarier and much more aggressive. And now they seem to be directed, not just random.
Seemingly out of nowhere, the Kinku appears and she runs her hand across right above Jeffrey's skin, doesn't quite touch it. She doesn't speak, but Chu-Ya responds. He says, "No, see, that's what's been troubling me. This has been going on now for multiple weeks in Romsverdi. Why hasn't it crossed over our borders yet? If what you say is true, it sounds like it might have already. I'm not sure why we haven't seen it or what's going on. Maybe they're just biding their time. The whole thing unsettles me, if I'm being honest."
We hate to give you too much information, but they're being directed by an intelligent being that we believe that it's in charge of this whole thing. I kind of look around. I'm just hesitant to give all the info that we have just because we don't know these guys yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely an organized effort. They may be hiding or using some sort of magic. But yeah, we're pretty sure they've made it across the mountains already. So you guys are definitely in danger.
I understand. We'll make sure that the capital is warned and prepared for defense of the home front. I think the three of us moving on won't be too heavy a blow to our defenses, and we can hopefully provide a great deal of assistance to those in need.
And what is a Talk Jako?
A Talk Jako is kind of like a special guard to the Emperor.
A royal army, kind of?
Kind of like a royal army, except they're unique in that they are not just about protecting the homestead of the Emperor. They're about furthering the kind of mission of Osajiski. So they go all about the world, doing good and spreading goodness, but like not 100% benevolently, because they're also currying favor for the Emperor all across the world. So people hold Osajiski in very high regard.
All right, Chu-Ya. Well, you've been helpful. I think we were headed to another town east of here. Can't remember the name, but I think we'll turn south and check out this Feralia, see if we can find your old buddy. What should we be looking for when we find him?
Oh, once you get into town, just ask for Chon Gong. If he's still around, everyone will know him.
All right, sounds like our kind of guy.
Jianqi, the frog person, walks up with a little sack and hands it to you as he takes a bite out of some mysterious-looking fruit you've never seen. He says, "There you go. Consider it a welcome gift. It's a bag of some strange fruit, the same type that he's eating."
Ah, hell yeah. I would toss one over to Body Knock. Try that. See how it pairs with sausage.
Oh no!
The hell'd you give him?
No, that's horrible.
What'd you give my buddy?
Oh. It's like a lychee, tart, refreshing fruit.
Fruit. Oh, well, thank you.
Body Dog just lives on smoke and smoked meats.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for the info. Thanks for the fruit. I'll toss one up and catch it in my mouth.
All right.
Hop up on revenge. Head out.
Make like a baby and head out. So yeah, you guys head on. You know,
What
leave
the-
this little group behind, and continue on your way.
Let's change our trajectory a bit, don't y'all think? Head to see if we can find this old fella.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Feralia.
Oh, yeah. We gotta go past Baransu down into Faralia.
All right. We were headed to Kawatano. Are we still going to go through Kawatano, actually? I guess we are. We stay on the road.
We gotta drag our dicks to this river first. So we should head towards Kawatano in case there may be a crossing.
I agree.
That sounds logical.
Keep our same path towards Kawatano on the road, since we know there's a big river.
Yeah, so y'all can continue on into the next hex along the path. You'll need to make camp before you make it to Kawatano. You don't quite make it to the river. The next day, sure enough, you get up, and after just a couple short hours of traveling, y'all come to a large river with a bridge along the road, as you would expect a river to have. As you're crossing across that bridge, there's a lone person standing on the bridge. From a distance, you can tell even that they are some sort of a tiger folk. And they just are standing in the middle of the bridge, staring out, watching the water. They seem to be smoking a pipe.
Hello. Don't want to startle you. Coming through.
Amazed at the bridge. Amazed.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
You have places in your world where there's roads across rivers.
What do y'all do?
We just, swim and hope the fairies don't find us.
Yeah, well, you stay drier this way.
Indeed.
As y'all are having this conversation, the Tiger Man turns around. Oh, good day to you all. Lovely day for a little stroll, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I wish we had time.
Oh, apologies. I don't mean to keep you.
A stroll, you say? Yes, we've been on a stroll. When did we begin this stroll? Let me think. And all that's happened since Pomerel left Queen Islanya's palace is going through his brain. And he looks over and he goes, "Why, sir, you look rather important to be standing on a bridge alone."
Oh, nothing so much. I'm a simple merchant. Just taking a little break here this morning.
Oh? A merchant of what?
Ah, funny you should ask, as it were. I am known as a merchant of information, of knowledge.
Have you ever played a harp, Mr. Merchant? And saying that, just briefly, Pomerel exposes his harpy's ring and then flashes it back away.
He cocks his head to the side a little bit. He says, I've played one once or twice, and when the mood is right and the company appropriate.
Interesting. I think that you might be able to help us. We're looking for a man in a town in Feralia named Chonggong. Are you familiar with him?
I can't say I've ever met this Chongong before. Feralia's not a particularly bustling city, but I have made my way through there once or twice. It's been some time, though.
Yes, very well. Oh, by the way, and Pomerel looks very, very close at this tiger folk's keen eyes, and he says, Temple Hussein. Have you heard of it?
Pardon me? Temple Hussein. Make me a perception check.
11.
I'm not familiar with this temple. What exactly is Temple Hussein? As I said, I am a merchant of knowledge. If there's something new that you could tell me, I would happily pay you.
Oh, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Sorry to tell you, that is not a particular ware that I have to sell.
What is a ware that you have to sell?
Oh, great many things. About this life and the next. About this land and those in it. About all manner of creature.
When you say this life and the next, what do you know exactly about the next life?
Oh, a good bit, I'd say. About the planes, the hells, the heavens. What is it that you'd like to know?
Where does one go after they're no longer in their physical form, as it were?
You ask a complex question, but one that all of us are curious about, I'm sure. When you die, you are sent to a in-between place. In that place, those who have vied for your life in life will have an opportunity to vie for your life in the afterlife. That being gods, devils, demons, and other ilk. While you wait, things can be a bit boring, I am to understand. But once the decision has been made, you will be taken for judgment and then finally taken to your final place to spend an eternity. Now, how that eternity looks is very different for each person and each location that they may be sent.
I see.
Palmerell telepathically says to Sunbeam, Sunbeam, where do you go when we get you killed?
Nah, he's pretty much right. Only difference is I'm just there in the in-between place the whole time till you call me back. That's why I always appreciate when you're quick about it, because he's not joking when he says it's boring. There's no farting, there's no eating, nothing.
What?
I don't think that's actually lore accurate. I'm pretty sure that you summon celestial beings, and so they come from heaven. But I like the idea that he's just in purgatory every time he dies.
Thank you for that information. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Is there a way to guarantee that a soul goes to heaven, or whatever that heaven might be for your people?
Ooh. There's word of such, yes, but some say that it requires, as any exchange of goods, a equivalent soul in order to guarantee such a thing.
Talik just takes his thumb and spins his ring around that he wears with the green gem. All right, thanks.
Of course.
What is the most popular question asked of you, merchant?
I believe your friend here has just asked it.
Very well.
As they say, we all must do two things: die and pay taxes. And while I do appreciate sharing my knowledge, I did mention at the beginning, I am a merchant of knowledge. Not to be overly greedy, but some compensation would be polite.
I don't know what taxes are, so I guess I'll just pay you. Hands him 1 gold piece.
I'll flip him a gold as well.
He reaches out and takes the gold piece. When he does, you notice something really weird about his hands. Instead of reaching in like a normal humanoid's hands were, the fingers actually reach backwards, like towards the back of his hand.
Nope.
Oh.
He takes the
Don't
coin.
like that.
Thank you, kind sirs. Well, I should continue on my stroll, I suppose, but it's been fantastic meeting you.
Fantastic indeed. Palmerell whispers to Sunbeam, I wonder if you would like to find out what the afterlife is like.
Vague threat.
Oh, man. He continues and turns and starts walking off the bridge while he smokes his pipe.
All right, I'll head on. Keep going.
Okay. So you guys continue on. So y'all were crossing the bridge, and basically as you cross the bridge, you enter into the town of Kawatana. And it's a little quaint river village sort of city. The land has been slowly getting flatter and lower as y'all come out of the mountain pass, and things have really been opening up. And now at this point, everything's pretty low. You know, the mountains are off in the distance. And so everything around here is like a wetlands. They're growing a lot of rice in the water in the area. But otherwise, it's a pretty small village, just a few hundred people, and seems to be pretty rural. I'll drop a art in the Discord, give you a little vibe of what you're looking at. As you come into town, there's not like a wall around the city or anything like that. It's very much just like an open city. You just walk into it like an old west town. Suddenly you're in amongst a bunch of huts on little raised blocks and stilts and stuff to keep them out of the marshy area. Some are on more solid ground, but it's a very verdant area. Simple thatched roof homes.
Anybody needing to stop for anything? What time of day is it?
It's pretty early. You guys made it here. Y'all stopped just on the other side of the river, so it's probably 10, 11 a.m.
I'm good to keep going if y'all are.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. You guys pass through the city. Nobody really stops you or anything. A couple of friendly people doing their farming look up and wave to you with their snaggle teeth, and a couple people seemed a little bit more reserved in this small town, kind of shy away from you as you're passing through. You do see a few little like tents set up around the area, and some people who don't look like Osageski natives, who look like they're probably some refugees from Romsbury. But yeah, you'll pass on through the town.
Find out what happens to our party next week. Check us out at dndndummies.com. And please leave us a rating and a review on your podcast app. It would mean the world to us.